Noble here, about to cancel an update from Steam. No, every time I open up the computer, for some reason, Steam updates. It says that Steam has an update, and I don't really, I don't really use Steam. I've used it a couple of times. I've got a couple of games on there that I play like once in a blue moon. I've got Euro Truck Simulator 2. I've got OMSI 2, which is a bus simulator game, and I've got a ship simulator demo. I've got City Skylines, which I don't think I've ever played, and then I think I've maybe got like something else, but yeah, I don't really play it, so I don't think I've really got a computer that is fast enough to run some of the games. Like, it'll run OMSI and it'll run like Euro Truck, but OMSI can lag quite a bit. Euro Truck definitely lags when you like start modding it. You know, I used to put like loads of mods on the game. So, anyway, welcome back to another stream. We've got gig announcements, we've got updates, we've got things that are happening. We've got loads of things that are going down and taking place that I'm quite super excited to share with you all. We've also got a Groovin Soundz update. Yeah, do you remember Groovin Soundz? It's been a minute since I've spoke about Groovin Soundz, and I essentially just sort of decided to step away from it just over Christmas, just sort of give it a break over Christmas, and just, you know, not really do anything with it over Christmas. And then we sort of come into the new year, and I decided to get back on it and decided to start pushing it and getting it ready again for that initial release, which we'll be talking about in this stream. We'll be going over all of the Groovin Soundz launch and everything, and the gig announcements and stuff like that. So first off, I did a stream the other day and I announced that I was going to be coming up to Scotland, and I am indeed coming up to Scotland, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really excited, and the flyer came out this week, so the flyer was made and the flyer looks really good. So I've been sharing it on Facebook and things, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm coming up to Scotland. I'm coming to a town called Hawick. I think it's called Hawick. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it, but it's called Hawick, I think. I thought it was Howick, but according to my grandparents, it's something like Hawick because they've been before years ago. So I'm coming up, and I'm joining up with the Crazy Chaos. So I've been a part of their Facebook page for a little bit of time now, and I've been doing some live streams and stuff over on their page. I've been a part of the group chats and having a laugh and having some banter in their group chats, and just genuinely getting on with the people behind Crazy Chaos. And they mentioned last year that they was going to put an event on in 2024, and sort of like who would be up for sort of like getting involved and being a part of the event. And I was kind of like, look, if you've got something going on, you know, holler me up kind of thing. And then I think they, you know, they didn't really know a real lot of details at that point. And then it came to this year, and the details got set in stone, and they got me for the event. So I'm like proper super excited for it because it's going to be a nice little road trip, and I'm also like just looking forward to going somewhere different and you know, spreading my joy of music. You know, it's going to be really fun. I'm going to meet some people that I've not met yet, just some people that I've only ever like spoke to sort of over Facebook and stuff, and just genuinely going to have a really good time in general going up to Scotland. So it's on the 2nd of March, and we're staying over for the night, so we're staying in a nice little accommodation place that the promoter has got for us. So he's very kindly sort of got us this accommodation that is like literally not too far from the venue, and it's about a 3-minute walk from a Weatherspoons for going for a Weatherspoons breakfast as well, which I will probably be more than likely doing on the following day. It's always good when you're going on some form of like road trip and you're staying overnight. It's always good before you set back off to come home to have like a good bit of like food inside here, like a good breakfast or something. And one thing I really do like about like going away and staying over somewhere is like going for a breakfast as well. When whether you have the breakfast at the hotel or whether you go out somewhere for a breakfast, it's just always that really enjoyable. You get up, and you go down for your breakfast kind of thing. I don't know. There's just something that's always been quite appealing to me about it, and I've always been a big cooked breakfast fan. I've always been one for having like full Englishes, apart from certain things on a full English that I won't eat. But then there's like things on a full English that I'll eat that actually a lot of other people don't eat. So I know there's a lot of people that don't eat black pudding, and like I love black pudding. I actually really like it. Never used to like it. For some reason, I never used to like the look of it. And then for whatever reason, my dad convinced me to try it once, and I thought I actually really like this. But there's so many people that don't like it. It's absolutely crazy. Hash browns, love hash browns, fried bread, fried eggs, bacon, sausage, all of that good stuff. The only thing I don't really eat is like beans, tomatoes, and mushrooms. They're kind of like beans. I've just never been a big fan of. Mushrooms, just not really my thing, and tomatoes, just no. But things like fried egg, scrambled egg, all loads of things, or a brunch and have chips with them as well. So it's going to be a really good trip, and I'm not like I know I'm going to be playing a bounce set, but I don't know specifically yet what I'm going to be playing like tune selection wise. And we are already the 13th of January, so like literally we are like 2 weeks away from being able to say that this event is only a month away. So when you think about it, we are like literally about 7 weeks away or something like that from the event. Like that is how crazy it is. It is like literally only something like 7 weeks, which is like a really crazy thing. Maybe 6 7 weeks. So that, in all fairness, isn't really that long. And like 6 7 weeks, like they'll fly by. Especially once you get January out of the way. Like we've got a couple of weeks left of January, and then just like literally, you get into February, and then you'll be like, oh, there's only 4 weeks, and then 3 weeks, 2 weeks, and then before you know it, you're actually going, and the thing is actually, taking place, and the thing is actually happening, and so I don't want to be too long before I start sort of having a little bit of a sort of rack around in my brain of what tunes am I going to play, what set am I going to plan when I go up there, kind of thing. Just so I've got a little bit of an idea. It's likely to change, and I'll get into the club, and I'll play a different set, or I'll play something in a different order, or I'll decide that another tune will work better from another folder. That always happens, but it's just sometimes good to have a little bit of an idea of some sort of tunes that you're thinking about playing, and that you're thinking about, sort of being included into the set. So we've got a great range of DJs that are playing on this event, people that play on the Crazy Chaos page, some people that I know, believe it or not. So one person, a guy called Ravy, I've actually known him for quite a while, and I actually met him about a year ago. We did a gig together in Leeds at the beginning of last year. And then there's like some other people on the flyer that obviously I've just spoken to online for quite a while. So it's going to be good to put like faces to names. Like I've seen their faces on live streams, but to actually physically meet them and actually physically, like give them a hug or shake their hands or whatever it may be, and obviously just have a laugh with them in person and not over like a Facebook group chat kind of thing. So we've got 40-minute sets. So there's I think there's about 9 DJs playing, and we're all on like 40-minute sets each. And I'm also going to be doing a little bit of hosting and MCing as well. So that'll be quite fun. So not just a typical DJ set. There'll be some MCing going down as well, and I'll do some like introducing like some of the like this is the next DJ kind of thing. So that'll be really good. So I'm looking forward to that, and it's set to be a good event. What can I say? We've got a good event that is taking place, most definitely, and I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, really looking forward to getting there. So on the other side of gig things, there's an upcoming gig that I'm not going to say too much about yet. Now, the promoter did. I made a little poster, and I like to do this, and I make a little poster, and it's got like all the upcoming dates where I'm booked. So like if people come onto my Facebook, they can have a look and they can see like on this date is booked here, on this date is booked there, on this date is booked, for so and so. And this particular gig, the flyer's not come out yet. So I put like a little to be confirmed. It's a little bit like I don't like to like give away where I'm playing before like the flyer comes out, because I kind of think like when my name's not on a flyer, like I just don't like to announce anything. Like I'll put the odd teaser like where's all my so and so crew, I'm coming to this part of the country, like I did with the Scotland one. I put where's all my Scotland crew, I'm coming up to Scotland in March kind of thing. But I don't say like, oh, I'm playing for this event, I'm playing at this time, so I just left it as like to be confirmed, and then when the flyer comes out, I'll go and back and edit the poster, and then I'll change the to be confirmed, and I'll obviously put what event it was. And the promoter actually rang me yesterday and said, look, you can take your to be confirmed off the thingy my bobby, off the poster. You are definitely booked for the event, and we're putting you in a group chat tonight, and when we do send you your logos over, and a bio about yourself and stuff. And I was like, all right, yeah, cool. But like I say, it wasn't that I didn't think I was booked for the event. It was just like I say, I like to announce it to my people, like put it on my socials like when the flyer comes out, because I just kind of think like it's a little bit of a surprise then for people, and I'm not banging on about an event for ages and then suddenly a flyer drops, and it's like there's no excitement because I've been talking about it for so long. But there's a flyer dropping next week, and it's going to be really good. Really excited for it, and I actually can't wait for it. So it's going to be really good. And once it drops, I'll obviously be sure to let you know. And it's going to be all fine, sweet, dandy. It's a pretty big one. I'm not gonna lie. The promoter on the phone was like, this is, we've pulled quite a good lineup in, and we can't wait for it kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to seeing it all unfold. Looking forward to seeing it all unravel. And what I was gonna say is it's gonna be a shed load of fun as well. And I also had another booking that came in as well, and this one is this one has actually topped last year. So remember, if you've been watching the streams last year, you'll remember that very early on in the year I got a booking come in. It was for quite late on in the year. It was I think I got a booking like late February, but the actual like date of the booking wasn't until July. Well, this time I've got a booking mid January, and it's a booking that isn't taking place until September. So, believe it or not, someone has actually booked me for an event that is going to be taking place in September. But it's a very exciting thing. It's local. It's on the 24th of September, and it's going to be, again, it'll be a shed load of fun. But there's like so much more to happen before all that. So I'm very like just proper, like as if this is actually like the thing. Getting booked like so early on for something so crazy. As far away as September. That's like after the summer holidays. It's like you're heading back into autumn. It's a month before the clocks go back again, and we've just come out of like dark nights and Christmas, and well, we're still in the dark nights, but we're slowly getting lighter, aren't we? And yeah, just absolutely crazy that has obviously become the thing. So that is going to be really exciting as well. So, Groovin Soundz. Let's talk about Groovin Soundz. So, if you, I think I'm going to sneeze. Bear with me. I am going to sneeze. I think. Yes, I was going to sneeze. I felt a sneeze coming on. So if you are unaware of what Groovin Soundz is, so Groovin Soundz is a record label. It's a small record label that I am setting up to help like up and coming artists. So people who are producing, but they don't necessarily get like onto the bigger labels. Maybe they're not at the level of going on to the bigger labels yet, or they're a little bit sort of like unsure on how to approach the bigger labels and how to get onto the bigger labels, and they want that kind of like initial platform to kind of like push their music, so they don't release much, and it's just a way to have something under their belt. They've got more tunes coming out where people can see what they can listen to what they've been making, and they can push themselves out there with their music essentially. And just in all fairness, it's gonna be a really really cool thing. So sort of late sort of towards the end of last year, I started throwing some ideas about, and just approached a person who was sort of clued up on making websites, and just sort of wasn't really certain that I was going to launch this at first. It was just more, let's just do a little bit of inquiring about how to go about certain things, and then the next minute, Groovin Soundz was born, and we had like a website server, and loads of things going on and taking place. So anyway, cutting the story short, I began working on this project, and building this label that is going to launch in late January. And I took a little break just over Christmas, and stopped like pushing and promoting it just for a couple of weeks, just while Christmas was taking place, and just kind of wanted to do a little bit of a reassessing as well about the whole idea. And I wasn't, I mean, I'll be completely honest, I was having a couple of little doubts that, yeah, I think one of the main things that I was having doubts about was the fact that we would set all of this up, and everything would look all fine and dandy. We'd have this really nice website, and then like we just would have like the lack of people submitting stuff in, because like when we first sort of started to launch, there was quite a few people that like submitted some tracks forward, and don't get me wrong, like they're always welcome, like to submit tracks, but I don't want like every track like to be like their track, if that makes sense. So like, I can have, I don't know, say DJ Dave, for example, like he could have sent me a track, and I could have gone like, yeah, cool, we'll have this for the label, and then he's like the only person that submits tracks, and then like all it is just the label of him, releasing stuff, and that's kind of not what I wanted. So I was kind of worried that the label had launched, all the releases that I planned to release that that did come out, and then we'd just kind of go bang, and like nothing had come out, and people won't be submitting stuff. And I've had a couple of, like, I had a submission the other day from somebody new, and I've got like some other people, a couple of people in the pipeline, but I'm still a little sort of worried that we are going to kind of just like launch this, and then it's kind of just going to go like boom, and like no one's going to submit to us. And I know like the feeling of it, like a lot of people, like they're, especially like bounce producers, their aim is like, oh, let's send one to Excite, or I hope Bounce Heaven accepts a track. But the thing is, it's a hard thing, and they don't accept tracks like very lightly, especially Bounce Heaven. Bounce Heaven, they're a popular label, and they take so many submissions. And if for whatever reason they don't think your track is going to sell well, if they don't think it sounds right, if they don't think it's been mastered properly, or if they just in general they don't think the track is going to do well, they won't release it. And it's really hard, to get on Bounce Heaven. Excite, they're a little bit more easier to get on. And you don't know till you submit stuff. I ain't saying that, by all means, I'm not saying don't submit to them, because you don't know if you don't submit to them. But they're bigger, they're popular labels, and I'm not trying to run alongside them. I'm not trying to be better than them. We're a multi-genred label that is going to take all different styles of music. We've got the radio station. We're just a big music website in general, as well as a label. So, I want to take drum and bass tracks. I want to, I want to do so much. I want to take on so many projects, and so many different styles, and so many different like genres of music, and just in general, just have an absolute whale of a time producing stuff for there myself, and helping the up and comers get on board. So that was kind of my little worry. So I sort of broke off, had a little break, sort of reassessed how I thought the project was going, and then thought, well, we can launch it, and even if we do sit quiet for a little bit, like if releases come through, we can release what comes through, like if we think it sounds good, and we can still keep pushing, for the releases and stuff like that. So I decided to get back up on the promotion side of things, and I'm happy to tell you that the label is going to launch on the 28th of January. So it's going to launch 2 weeks tomorrow, so we're Saturday now. So was because I know for like the next couple of weekends I've got gigs. So like I know next Saturday I'm like gigging in Leeds, and I'm gigging in, and then the following Friday from that, which is the weekend of the launch, I'm gigging in Sheffield and stuff. So I just thought, them days I'm gonna be quite busy. Also, people are, they're going to work and stuff, and I thought on a Sunday there's gonna be more people sat at home. They'll be there ready to look at Facebook and receive notifications about the launch and stuff, and it'll just be like it'll just be a really cool thing in general. And I just decided that the Sunday would be like quite a cool thing to do. And then sort of going forward, the releases I'm gonna try and release on a Friday. So I think Friday is gonna be like the day that we're going to release music, and we're only gonna do it like sort of every other Friday. And we're only going to do like 3 tracks. So 3 tracks will come out on the Friday, on like every other Friday. Providing we've got releases to obviously come out that week, and just in general sort of see how it goes and see where we go. But I'm looking forward to launching it We are practically ready to launch. You know, you can go onto the website now, groovinsounds.co.uk. There's a little countdown, and then we're gonna reveal the website to everybody, and it's all gonna come together. It's all gonna hopefully take shape, and hopefully it'll be really good, and it'll be just exactly what people need. That initial sort of platform for the basic people who want to get like their first releases, and I'm really looking forward to it. So it'll be a shed load of fun. By all means, it'll be an absolute shed load of fun. So I'll be keeping you a little bit more updated upon Groovin Soundz over the course of the next couple of weeks, and you know, we'll be talking about the releases, and we'll be talking about, you know, hell of a lot more stuff, and it should be, like I say, a shed load of fun. So keep an eye out for Groovin Soundz. Get ready for the bookings because they're going to be exciting. They're going to be a shed load of fun, and I can't wait for them. So make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to share, all of that good stuff. And we'll see you soon.